Hi guys, I am gonna talk with you about why I have joined the Pedal the Cause organization to help raise funds for pancreatic cancer. As some of you probably know, or most of you, my husband Kyle had pancreatic cancer and suffered for 17 months. I was his primary caregiver, and all while we were raising 3 young children. Our children are now 6, 4, and 2. So I am on here to ask you to join me in our efforts to raise money and raise awareness about GI cancers and pancreatic cancer in particular. So it's a very long story. Feel free to reach out to me, email, text, DM. I can explain everything to you in detail, but the long of the short of it is that my husband was granted a treatment that has never before been in humans, and it worked. He received the treatment after about 5 months of the standard of care treatments that pancreatic cancer, up until this point, really the 2 main treatment options that patients get. The bad news, though, is that oftentimes patients can only handle a few rounds of those type of that regimen, or either one of those regimens. So we were lucky enough to have Dr. Keon Lim as Kyle's oncologist. Dr. Keon Lim is a pancreatic cancer researcher here at WashU, and connected with Siteman as well. And so Dr. Lim has been working on all sorts of pancreatic cancer studies, but one in particular completely eradicated the pancreatic cancer in mice. So for years now, he has been trying to get grants, funding from anywhere and everywhere he can, submitted to the FDA for approval, and unfortunately the FDA pushes back for all sorts of things, some bigger, some smaller. With this study, it was something very small. And so Dr. Lim's been trying for years to push this so that we can get it into patients. Well, Kyle was able to get it through compassionate use, which is amazing. But before we knew he was going to be getting it through compassionate use, we started a fund to help raise money, which would allow Dr. Lim to open a phase 1 trial of 50 to 60 patients and get this regimen that worked in those mice into humans. So we are still continuing to try to get him funded so he can continue this research, and so that other patients, other families don't have to go through what we went through. My husband passed away 3 months ago, and the entire battle was completely awful for our family. For Kyle, he was so strong. He was a warrior. 17 months battling this disease is an eternity. Oftentimes, patients with pancreatic cancer only make it a few months because it is a very fast-growing cancer and it's resistant to most treatments. Now, this new treatment uses something a little different. It looks at the cancer a little differently. They use a standard of care chemo, an inhibitor that basically, in layman's terms, softens the coat around the cancer cell. And again, this is my understanding of how things work. But then the real workhorse is the immunotherapy. So immunotherapy is doing wonders in cancer research right now. If you are not aware of that, now you are. It's doing some amazing things, which is awesome. And immunotherapy basically starts up your own immune system, and your immune system then actually goes after those cancer cells. And so because of this regimen, Dr. Lim has studied and is now trying to get into more patients. Kyle's cancer actually went away and was non-active. He started in March of 22, and by December of 22, his cancer was non-active. And mind you, my husband's cancer was stage 4 everywhere. He was in pretty bad shape. He actually ended up passing of some side effects that can happen. It's rare, but side effects happen with chemo, with cancer treatments. It is what it is. When you go in to kill cancer cells, oftentimes you kill a whole bunch of other things too. So again, the point of me sharing this is I'm asking you to join me. Join me on September 24th. It is a Sunday. It's a Sunday. We will all ride together. If you're here in St. Louis, you can ride on a spin bike or a regular bike. There are 6 different courses plus spin. If you are not in St. Louis, you can also do this virtually wherever you are, but we hope to just get together on that day to ride for those people we love and specifically for my husband, Kyle. So first thing, I'm hoping that you can join my team and help me raise funds. If you'd like to do that, you can ride, raise money, help us get us to our $1 million goal. That is our goal. We've raised about $500,000 so far, and I'm hoping to add another $1 million to that. My ultimate goal is to get Dr. Lim $3 million right into his hands. So I will mention here all those other organizations, PanCan, the Let's Garden Foundation, Project Purple. There's lots of other really great pancreatic cancer organizations. The reason I started a fund, the Kyle Anderson Fund, was so the funds could get right into Dr. Lim's hands. They don't have to go through a third party and get divvied up among other people. And so that's why we're kind of cutting out that third party, and the money is going right into a fund for Dr. Lim here at WashU so he can continue to research this awful disease and get these type of medications that are changing and saving people's lives into patients from the very first time they're diagnosed, because oftentimes patients with pancreatic cancer are diagnosed at stage 4. Again, if you have any questions about any of this, please reach out to me. I know enough to be dangerous now after being by my husband's side for a couple years battling this. So again, I am joining hands with Siteman and Pedal the Cause. So a couple options to help. Again, there's joining a team, raising money, riding with us on that September 24th date. I hope it's the 24th. I think so. It's a Sunday. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be hilarious if it was the 23rd? Anyway, look on your calendar. It's the 24th, I'm pretty sure. And then also, if you wanted to just donate money, or you know somebody that is touched by pancreatic cancer that can donate and help further this research, please send this video on, send them to me. Any patients that are currently battling pancreatic cancer, I would highly suggest coming to Siteman and WashU. There are lots of amazing hospitals and cancer treatments throughout the US, but I obviously am very fond of Siteman here in St. Louis, and Dr. Keon Lim is one of the leading researchers. And so that's what I got. So come join us, Pedal the Cause. It's so much fun. We'll ride together, we'll spin. It's a big party here in St. Louis. Again, if you're virtual, we can have you on FaceTime if you want to come, or I can do a live video, but it's all in the spirit of creating awareness and helping others, and in my husband's name, for Kyle's legacy, to pass that on. He was such a great human, had lots of friends, great colleagues. He really helped a lot of people in his professional career. And so now, with us having a small family and him passing away, we want to continue his legacy from a personal level too, and now on this cancer front, because he was the first human to get this treatment and it worked. So thank you for your time, energy, effort. I really appreciate you listening. If you're still listening, please send me a message if you have any questions, and join my pedal team, or just donate. Thank you.